What is y'all definition of a simp?
Ooh,
Take that one, bro.
Def is basically a man that's low key, high key, desperate for attention of the woman.
With the host of SSD podcast, we're gonna do a little different today. I'm here with Cutter and Joe Tiki.
Hey,
I want to put y'all in the hot seat this time and ask you guys a few questions. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shit, what you got for us?
My first question tonight, I want to know, what is y'all definition of a simp?
Ooh,
Take that one, bro.
definition of a simp is basically a man that's low key, high key, desperate for attention of the woman. Basically, doing more than he's supposed to, overdoing it, basically making it seem like he put her on a pedestal and she's not reciprocating anything back. But even then, she's not reciprocating. He's still doing the most. Basically, he's more like, it's kind of desperate. Basically, if I love a girl and I tell her I love her, she never tell me she loved me back, but you're still trying to be with the girl, you're a simp. Simple as that.
Is your definition the same, Cutter?
A simp for me is just a simple that's just weak.
Yeah.
So basically what he's saying.
But he weak, but he's not like, he's more like a beta. Like he's the female in the relationship. He's the yes man. He's the one that's following the lead of a woman. And, oh, better yet, now I got it. It's more of, he basically allows her to do things that he normally wouldn't allow a woman to do. Or he probably feels some type of way about it, but never says nothing because he's scared to lose her. If you're scared to lose a woman and you break your own morals and just allow her to do it, you're a simp.
So basically, he's weak to her.
Correct.
He's weak.
All right. That's
A
a
simple,
good
weak
definition
guy.
and example of that. So one of the questions that I ask myself every day, why do men cheat?
I mean, I'll answer that question.
Yeah.
For me, like back when, I was cheating, I would say the reasons that men cheat is because they're not getting enough attention at home and they kind of need women to feed their egos. And
Joe Tiki, you feel the same way?
I mean, feeding the ego. I mean, can be that. It's a lot of time is that, but I don't think of it. I just do it. It's not something it's not something we plan. Most men don't just plan on it. We just do it. It's not something we go out in the club. Hey, I'm gonna cheat on my girl tonight. That's not like
if it happens, it happens.
Exactly. Most of the time we cheat, we don't even know the girl's name. We don't know who she is. It's because it was like a one night thing. Like,
Do you guys think it comes from like any like childhood traumas or feeling of like?
I think it's just a part of being a man, or I'll rephrase that. I would say a part of being young, because once you get older and you're with a woman that actually fulfill your needs, there's really no need to cheat.
But I hear that
They still cheat, my guy.
95% of men that cheat, that have women that are fulfilling their needs, are still out here cheating.
Yeah, doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the age. It's
It's
part of our DNA.
It is, but sometimes we got to grow up, dog. We got to stop certain bad habits that we do, because
not a
at the
bad
end
habit.
of the day, if you really love someone, bro, like if like me, I'm with my girl, like I don't want to cheat, bro.
Right.
Like,
And you haven't cheated.
and the reason why I don't want to cheat is because I don't want to lose her.
Facts.
So if you really don't want to lose her,
That's true.
Just do the right thing.
That's
man.
true.
That's how I see it.
So do you guys think that men should delve into therapy a little bit? Do you think that there's something that can help them with the cheating aspect of things
No.
if they were going into therapy?
No.
What is your view on therapy?
Like
No.
you said, it's in the DNA.
It's in our DNA. That's what you see how you were saying, like, we gotta stop bad habits. It's not a bad habit. That's natural. That's in our nature.
It's
to
natural,
do.
but
So we're basically we're fighting against nature for society reasons. So yes, we should do that, but it's gonna be very hard to fight biology. You're always gonna lose. Most of the time, you're gonna lose against it because it's in us
right.
to procreate. So go ahead.
I understand that, but I think that although that is in your biology, there are a lot of things that are in our biology that we do still go against because it doesn't
Correct.
make sense in the society that we live in today.
Mhm.
Right.
So I feel like men use that cop out as a reason why it's okay for them to do that.
We never said it was okay.
It's not okay.
Mm-mm.
I know y'all don't think it's okay, but you
Yeah.
guys continue to do it. So why do you think you guys are not willing to make that part of the exception as far as like, yeah, it's in my biology, but I can do something to make that a different thing.
That comes with being with the right person.
Right, but we already talked about the
95% men
fulfilling
cheat,
somebody
even though if they're
needs and all that stuff. So
if you're not afraid to lose her, you gonna cheat, bro. 9 times out of 10, a lot of men control their relationship, so they're not in fear of losing this girl because they know there's nowhere for her to go. So they're gonna cheat,
and it goes back to the point of the 95% of men cheat. Let's clarify that the 95% of men that of status cheat. The men that don't have the status, don't have the money, don't have the look, they don't got that type of power. Yes, they cheat, but not in the numbers like the rich people do, or the people with status, or the one that got all the clout and the money. And that's the one women generally go after.
Yeah,
and that's how they judging all men based on the men that they want, and they don't understand the men that they want. Millions of women want that same type of guy, so you're all running into the same guy.
Number as far as
so
how
honestly,
often someone
what he
cheats,
just
cheating
said
is cheating.
No, but what you
said,
just said, bro, it kind of sounds like it's the woman's fault we cheat.
Yeah, if you allow it, that's what's gonna happen.
And it's not just that. They, like you said, there's a percentage of men that all women go for, right?
Right. You give them the power.
Even those percentage of men that all women are not going for, if a man is handed the opportunity to cheat, he's most likely going to cheat. And it
100%.
has nothing to do with status.
It
like
does.
you said, it's in your DNA, right?
You just said
so
it.
Status doesn't change your DNA.
No, but
it's a choice.
You're right, but it changes who he can mate with. That's what we're talking about.
You get more options.
You get more options. If you don't have no options, you can't cheat.
Right.
You can't afford to cheat.
Okay.
Right.
Now you have to stick with the girl you're with.
Right.
You remember how you said you're scared to lose her? You're not scared to lose her because you're like bowing down to her.
No. Hell no.
Those guys, his scared to lose her, and those type of guys are scared to lose her. She could do whatever she want, and he's gonna allow it, even though it goes against everything he morally thinks.
Not me. He's talking.
I'm talking about the simps,
right.
And those guys are usually simps. The ones that don't get girls that much are the ones that simp a lot, because whatever girl they get, they're gonna accept it. Like, oh, she bad, especially if that was his first girl, good looking girl.
Right.
Oh, he gonna do the most, and then you already know he's gonna simp.
Yeah. I'm afraid to lose my girl because we have a beautiful family.
Facts.
So it's more of her, the family, and that's the way I've always dreamed of living. So I have that lifestyle now, and it's just like I'm growing up. You know what I mean? Like back in the days,
that's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
I wouldn't be like this. I wouldn't think like this, but I'm growing up a little bit.
So you think if more guys had like a family unit and a beautiful unit, they would be less likely to cheat?
I think if they had
less likely, yes.
But I think if they had a woman that shut the up as well, like a lot of these women talk too much, and sometimes that drives a man to just do some. It's like he, you get so mad that you just go out and just
do whatever,
release. So yeah, I need to shut the up.
So going back to family, like you were mentioning earlier. I know you have children, and I don't know if you've ever experienced a woman that is going through postpartum.
I can't speak on this.
I know you don't have any kids yet, but like when we're thinking of that, because I know that's been a topic that a lot of women has been touching on lately, because a lot of men aren't understanding the toll that it takes on a woman's body, mentally, physically, and emotionally when she is giving birth. So do you think men should actually take the time out to find answers and understand the viewpoint of a woman that has experienced postpartum depression?
Yes. And I'm saying that because I have 2 kids and I went through it. The first pregnancy, it's not even just postpartum though. It's not just postpartum. It's the pregnancy, postpartum, all that. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I heard about it. Yeah.
It's a lot, bro. So for me, during the pregnancy, it was so many times where it was new for me, and we got so close to like just ending the relationship, because for me, I was like kind of free, and I didn't care for much. So when she got pregnant, it was like kind of a wake up call because like certain things like she would say during like her pregnancy and she was mad and shit. It was kind of hurtful. And before the pregnancy, we didn't really like, I never heard that from her. I never seen that side of her. But that pregnancy, during the pregnancy, it's times like we went back and forth where I wanted to choke out of her. Not understanding what's really going on. But like postpartum is different. Like I think the pregnancy is harder than postpartum. With postpartum, I believe that like you do, as a man, you need to give your girl space. Like no matter what she says, no matter what she does during the pregnancy or during the postpartum, you got to give her some space because she's going to end up saying something that you don't like. And even with freaking suicide, you know, they get suicidal thoughts as well. And I thought it was all because I had a friend that
not all of them. Yeah, all of them don't. Not all women go through it, but yes, a lot of them do. But I
can't speak for everybody, but like my girl went through it, and it was tough, man.
I'm gonna say something that a woman said on a post about postpartum trauma, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. She said, "Men, yes, you should go, you know, find out and figure it out with the women, try to see how you can work with it."
Right.
But she also said, "Woman needs to also do the same thing because you can't use that as a cop out to be." To your man. At some point you gotta understand like, hey, talk to somebody, go to therapy, try to maintain it, because if I don't know if y'all notice, a lot of these girls that having kids, the moment they get pregnant, before they even have the kid, they're single again. Why is that happening so often? They argue, oh, I cussed them out. And if it's postpartum and all these guys becoming single, all these females becoming single before they even have the kid, that's bad.
It's not just postpartum. It is like you said earlier, Cutter. It's the pregnancy experience overall. I don't know what person that you listened to that said that women need to go do counseling. That is easy to say, right? But when you're actually in the moment and you're experiencing it, when you have a child, you don't really have a lot of time to go to therapy when you first have a child, right? You're breastfeeding. You're making sure the household is good. You're making sure your husband still wants to be in your face and loves you still, even though you are like going through a traumatic state of mind because your body was taken hostage for 9 months. A man won't understand that experience, and a woman doesn't even understand that experience till she experiences it.
Right. So it's basically a hormonal situation.
It's crazy.
You know, it shifts. So
okay, so since you want to go on that one, so my question to women out there, since you want us to understand that part of a woman and just take it, basically, that's what you're saying. Hey, we can't really do nothing. I'm not saying we should just
take it. I didn't say that, but I want you to understand that as much as a woman doesn't want to be to her husband or her man. She doesn't want to. It's something that sometimes is a little bit out of her control. And when she realized she is going off base, like she will come back and be like, "Yo, my bad. I'm sorry." Like,
but that's
all over me. Yeah.
You can't control biology. That's what we were saying before.
It's a hormonal thing.
So you can't control biology. You're right. I'm agreeing with you. No, that has nothing to do with cheating. Don't speed up.
I lived it. And
what I'm saying is
they do need to
the point I was trying to get at
before the pregnancy.
The point I was trying to get at, you said it's hormonal and sometimes you can't control it. And you want us to give you grace, basically. So what I'm trying to propose here to women, why women don't give men the same grace when they're horny and always want to get some with the woman and they feel like, oh, you just horny, you just want to do this. We have the same hormones y'all got. And sometimes we can't control it.
Agree.
Yeah.
But y'all don't want to give us, oh, men are just horn dogs. Like, bro, listen, you know we got way more testosterone going on right now.
Men are horn dogs, and I think women need to understand that. And I don't know why women go into relationships thinking that their man is not going to want to have sex with them every day, all the time, especially if they find them attractive.
Right.
Like, so I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I agree with, what you're saying. I was just saying, hey, can we get the same grace? Like, if we're going to talk about that, that's like the same thing as periods.
Yeah.
I'm on my period. You can't use that as an excuse to be to me. Yeah, it's a hormone thing. But if we're going to go that logic, we go through the same thing. Mm-hmm. So, but we don't get no grace for that.
I ain't like,
you get what I'm saying?
Men, if your girl's if your girl's pregnant right now, just give her some space, man. Just give her space.
And rub her back.
Rub her back.
I'm learning from you guys. I'm there, God, I hope.
She asks for something, run and go get it. Whatever she's craving, man.
Before she give you problems.
She start yelling at you, cursing at you.
So you still being not married yet. Say if you get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at your wedding, one of your homeboys or one of your girls' homegirls decides she wants to propose or he wants to propose at your wedding. How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
I think that's a girl thing.
Yeah, guys don't really do that. Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna go to him, bro. Why you propose to your girl in my wedding?
Listen, if anything, I didn't even want to be there. I didn't even want to be there to begin with.
Want to be there.
So if he did it, take the attention off me back. Go ahead, ride out with it. Like, please.
I wouldn't mind that. I think that's a girl thing.
Now let's clear it up. It's not saying I didn't want to be there for my wife. It's just I don't really the wedding. It's for the woman. We don't really care for that. As long as we get it, the ring on the guy, that's it. The ceremony, all that's for the women. We don't really care about it.
So when y'all do the proposal, y'all doing like the full out, like renting out space, inviting the family, doing a video, like it's like a big.
If I was to ever do it, it's going to court and calling it a day.
I'm talking about just the proposal, because nowadays, like proposals are like a.
If I'm going to the court, you ain't getting no big proposal.
I think my girl deserve a big proposal.
Hey,
so yeah, that's what I plan.
There's a proposal coming up for somebody soon.
That's what
all right.
As long as you don't sign them documents.
Joe Tiki is
hold up. So you just said you hope I don't sign the documents, right? So
everybody's gonna hate me.
I've always said if I get married, prenup.
Oh, you told her that though?
No. I'm just saying, period.
But you told her that
now, like from being with her, how long I've been with her, bro. Prenup is out the door, bro. Like, listen, I'm saying this because
go ahead,
listen. I'm saying it because she's been with me, with money, without money, with money, without money.
True.
Again,
it doesn't mean you have to get a prenup though.
It means I'm saying it because regardless of what happens to me. And us, I know my kids are going to be taken care of.
Right.
So it's more for the kids. I know the type of girl she is. Whatever money she gets is for the kids. It's not.
Right. But what about your well-being? Don't forget about that. That's what you got to understand.
I trust her enough, bro.
Yeah. You don't think every guy that didn't get a prenup say the same thing?
You're right. You're right.
Guys,
but I trust her enough.
You trust her enough right now
because
but one of the things
that's
what I'm saying. That's cool.
She deserved it.
But you don't understand. That's 20-year marriages
that just goes to.
And she takes everything because I never thought she would do that, and they unalive themselves.
A lot of people say that you don't know somebody till you divorce them.
Exactly.
A lot of people say
Listen, she deserves it. Man.
Yeah, a marriage.
She does deserve it.
That doesn't mean she don't have to get a prenup.
But if y'all,
she don't deserve all of it. But
she might get all of it.
She might get all of it.
If y'all get divorced,
you say that now. You might say that now until that time comes.
God forbid.
You say that. Listen,
God forbid.
You think you're the only one that had a girl just like yours?
I'm not.
And they felt like, oh, she's the one?
No, but the difference is I'm okay
for being slayed.
If it happens, it happens.
You're saying that now because you ain't got it like that. Because you ain't got what you got.
Nah.
Until you get all that and you lose it all, and then you see how she changed right in front of your eyes, you can be like, whoa.
Nah, money ain't a thing with her, dog.
All right.
I definitely do think that
okay. I mean,
prenup is the way to go, not because you don't love somebody, but because when people are in their feelings, they become someone completely different.
For sure.
Love is blind. That's the whole reason. Like, you really love, you just
protect yourself and your kids.
No,
facts.
for sure.
So you got to be careful with that. I already told myself I'm never getting married. If I do, it's gonna be a prenup. And I'm not even doing prenup.
Prenups don't even.
I'm not doing prenup. It's 51% of the time. It don't even work. 51% of the time. So that's majority.
It protects you.
No, not really.
I just told y'all. 51% of them get thrown out.
Yeah,
that's the statistics. Fact check.
That comes with time too. Like how long you guys been together,
or how she signed it.
Yeah.
Was it under duress when she's crying?
And, and like what y'all had prior to. All of that takes a toll on the situation. So we're going to make it a little fun, a little light now. So not as serious. When y'all go on y'all dates with these girls, right?
You record, right?
Joe Tiki, because you're the one dating right now.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have like a price cap? Do you have like a price in your mind before you go on a date thinking, okay, I'm going to spend this much?
100%.
And when it goes over there, do you look at her like, there's a cap? I'm not buying that?
Yeah.
Pull out your wallet?
No, I ain't telling her that. We ain't getting it. Let's go.
So you're gonna tell her no, you can't have that?
We already, if I spent to my cap, that means we did enough. If you want to do more, then you're not the one. Simple as that.
But you wouldn't disclose that information prior to the date, though.
Why would I do that?
Okay, I'm just making
I'm
sure.
the one paying for everything. If I'm the one paying for everything, why do I need to disclose how much I'm spending on you? No.
Right.
If I'm taking you out on a date, I'm not even tell you where we're going, because I'm the one taking you out. I'm taking you in my world. That's the whole point of me taking you out on a date, so you can see how I vibe, and then I'm gonna see how you vibe in my world. And if it don't mesh, it don't work.
If the price goes up and if it's like $300, whatever she's ordering, I'm ordering less. If I wanted
Smart
the steak
move.
and she's ordering the lobster and this, I'm ordering a pasta. You know, a light little pasta. Oh, you're not eating? Yeah, I'm eating.
Yeah,
That's it.
I was on a recent date. And we was eating at Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
That's the first time I'm eating there. That was the first time she was eating there too. So we over here ordering, and I ain't. The price is nothing. The price is cheap or nothing. But she gonna see this. And she was ordering, and she was like, "I got my main dish, and I was done." The guy poured us water. She said, "No, I don't do that type of water." I just gave her a look like, "What you mean you don't do that type of water? What water are we talking about here?" So he went to go get like a bottle of water. In my head, I'm like, I want to know the cost of this water bottle. I said something too. I was like, water? Okay. So I didn't say nothing. Then we were ordering the food. I ordered my main dish. She ordered her main dish. And then she started adding appetizer. Liquor. I was like, okay. I ain't say nothing though. But it was just one of those things. I already had it. I wanted to do it for her. But that's like a situation. If I had a cap on that, I would have said, hey, you're doing too much. But nah, that was a time I fuck with her.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, Cutter, because you've been in a long relationship, and I want to know, like, what keeps your relationship thriving? Are you still dating your partner?
I mean, we go out, but
Y'all always out.
We've gone to some crazy places.
Unless you're lying to me.
Nah, we've been to some
I
crazy
know.
places.
Every time I call you, I want my girl. I'm like, yo.
I don't know. It's not more of the dates that keeps it going for us. I think it's more of spending time together, because she know how busy I am. I work, I do this. I think when I come home and it's like, yo, let's lay down, let's watch TV, let's do something together, I think she appreciates that. And I think that's what kind of keeps it going. But yeah, it's just the spending time together. You got to spend time together.
So spending time is key.
I just learned this. Space wasn't a thing for me.
What that mean?
Like,
you didn't give her space?
I didn't want to give her space, but I gave her space.
Okay.
But she doesn't want the space.
So then do what you wanted to do then.
Yeah, but it's like we said before, like, it's good for me to be out.
You gotta let her.
I gotta be out.
Yeah.
But
you gotta be on your road.
Like right now, she's texting me like, yo, when you coming home? Like,
nice. See, another question, random question I have. Living with your partner is a big thing. I want to know, how do you do it? Because I've stayed with women for probably a month or two, and it was something. A learning curve. I'm like, yo.
So let me
years living in the same house.
Preference what you're saying. So in a relationship, what does home look like to you?
What does home look like?
Both of you.
In a relationship, what does home look like?
Y'all are living together. You know what I mean? Like,
I would say fun. Like I said, spending time together, being open with each other, and just trying to get a clear communication with each other as well too. Because sometimes when you're with that person too much, you kind of know their ways, and you know when you're kind of lying about like feeling some way, it kind of gets annoying, which starts arguments. So being open and communicating is key.
What's your thoughts, Josie?
That's home for me.
On what home looks like to you. Just
if I were
if you were in that situation,
I would be missing a lot, because I try to keep myself busy, and I do that now. And I think that will probably help me, depending on what type of woman I get. If I'm always gone, she'd probably be okay. She'd probably doing her thing, and we come home, we miss each other. But what I have experienced, every time I'm always busy, cause problems. Hence, another reason why I'm single is like, because I'm always doing something. I'm always on the run, working.
You said when you're not busy, it causes problems?
When I'm busy.
Oh.
When I'm always busy, I make time, but it's not enough. So now if I live with her, she's gonna see me every day. But still, I've learned it's still not enough. Like, you gotta still be there, take them out on dates still like you just met her. You know, I'm learning. So hopefully when it comes, it don't turn into chaos.
It's going to be chaos.
Oh, I know.
You just
I'm going to just have to thug it out. I'm just not going to say nothing. I'm going to just let her ride out.
Bro, you know,
I know it's going to eat you up. Like I said, I know I just can't.
That's one of the hardest things in a relationship, knowing that you're right and you got to shut up, bro.
It's not going to work. You can't do nothing. Just let her ride out. I think she just want to let you listen to what that's all she want.
Right.
Listen to what she have to say and you listen. The thing is, the story never ends.
Right.
They're mad. They keep going. And then you be like, I understand. Do you? And he's like, oh, Lord. You know, I'm going to just stay silent now.
You know what's crazy about
You're not saying nothing. Oh, Lord.
Because some women, they want, like, if they kind of say something to you, they want you to challenge them. So when you kind of step back and like, I'm going to let this shit go. Some women don't like that.
No, you can't do it all the time. There's going to be some times like, hey, it ain't nothing.
They're going to think they're running all over you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it's like,
oh yeah. That's a simp.
Crazy.
You turn to a simp.
You turn into a simp.
If you let her ride out, keep running over you, it depends what it is. If she just argue about some Facebook post, I'm gonna let you ride out. But if it's something like, hey, I'm going out to the club tonight with my homegirls and we arguing, like, hey, don't play with me. Like, I'm not saying she can't, but that's a real situation. She got to sit her ass home.
One last question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think it's a mental illness to raise another man's child?
I'm going to answer this. I will say this. Can I tell a story? Story when we called your mom? When we called you and you were talking to your mom?
I'll say it.
No, I got to see it from my point of view.
Go ahead.
Well, we called him, me and the director, called him on the phone, and he was so happy with his mother. And we was talking, and I hear her in the background. I said, yo, you got to tell her what you said online. You got to tell her what she feel about it. And then she did. She didn't really care. Then I was like, I asked her, I said, all right, prove to me that what she said to you, to us, and she said it out loud on camera.
What did she say?
She didn't only say he's a simp. She also said it's a mental illness.
Yeah.
She literally said that.
She said that.
It's crazy you bring that up because that's exactly what she said. And we all was mind blown. We was like, oh my God, did she just say that? And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
I mean, what I love about that is that she's keeping it real.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what guy would do that. I'm just mind blowing that she's very upfront with it.
I'm gonna say this. I loved my stepfather.
Yes. I gotta make sure
he stepped up and he was the man that I needed in my life at the time. My real father was gone. And I gave him hell. Like I gave him hell. But he still stuck around and it kind of made me respect him more. So even with my mom's actually telling me like he was a simp, it kind of hurt me, but it kind of opened my eyes like no matter what you do for a woman, it's never going to be enough. Like She's never going to look at you the way you think she looks at you. So like. And
she told you that in secret, like not in front of, obviously she didn't say it to him. In front of him, she just told you.
Honest to God, truth. I think she kind of said it in front of him one day. Like,
oh Lord, I'll try to help the situation.
They speak like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They spoke like that. But yeah, like I said in the last episode, like men that actually step in and become a father to a kid that doesn't have a father, I respect them, man.
Right, but would you recommend that for another man? Another kid to go through that?
I mean, I have a son. I would want my son to start his own family.
So you wouldn't recommend it? Because you said out of your mouth, you said you gave him hell. So
I gave him hell.
So the
hell I gave him
was crazy.
He was supposed to be gone.
Right.
And I did it on purpose.
And from experience, you was the experience. You the one that gave the guy the trauma.
I gave him some hell.
So knowing that you went through it, you didn't go through it, you did it. Yeah. And now look, I don't want my son going through what I just did to him. I don't want that.
I wouldn't want my son to be with a woman with kids.
If it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. But to go back onto what my mom said about it being an illness, one of the reasons why she said that, because I asked her after we got off the phone. I got off the phone with you guys. It was that how you got kids, but you're taking care of my kids.
And I see a lot of girls post that online.
Yeah,
a lot of girls. they say the same. What you just said. A lot of girls be saying, you got kids over here, but you're not taking care of yours. Yeah. You take care of this other girl kids, but you got kids over here. Yeah, I see that a lot.
That's why she said it's an illness.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because I was actually about to give Simps props right now. Like, they're real men. They stepping up. They're doing things that most men won't do.
That's not real men, though. Let's not.
But after
frame it like
saying that, it was just like it gave me a different.
I mean, if you're taking care of a woman's kids and not yours,
that's different. That's different.
He's trying to like kind of like
he's fighting biology. That's seriously.
He's kind of trying to like cater. He's trying to make up and cater to her,
right?
Whereas like
destroying his own self,
your own self.
That's what becomes a simp, because you don't want that, but you're settling for it and you're accepting it
just so you don't.
Then lose she's treating you a certain way or doing certain things you don't like, but you let it slide because that's probably the best he can do.
Yeah,
and he's gonna accept a lot of things to slide.
I respect stepfathers, man. Just make sure you're taking care of your own
I respect
kids,
the ones that stand on business. Yeah, don't be the guy that just
let theirs and yours.
Not only that, he's the man of the house. The woman allow him to discipline the kids. I would say adopt the kids. That's that's the real way. Right. That's scary though, adopting, because now
my stepfather wanted to adopt me.
Child support, it's deep.
But I ain't changing my last name.
But that's what I'm saying. It's got to be a real connection for a guy to do that, because it's like you can't discipline them. The father got to be around. He got to give approval to do certain things. Yeah. She got to give you approval. And then if you talk to the kid a certain way, she's going to combat you. In a real marriage, when the kid mess up, even though if I'm wrong, you don't do that in front of the kid. You tell him behind closed door. Yeah. Like, you're going to, he's right. That's your father. Listen. But in closed doors, you tell him that was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. Because, wife and husband, they're always supposed to stick up for each other regardless, no matter where you are.
That comes with the women, though. Because, like, if this man is paying all your bills, I'm not saying he should be able to whoop the kid, but he should be able to speak to the kid.
Right.
And women say it in front of the kid and the man, like, that ain't your kid. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to my daughter like that. Like, I talk, but it's like, I'm paying all the bills.
If I hear that one time, if I ever hear that one time, gone.
I'm paying all the bills. I'm not able to say something in this house.
Yes.
If something's not going right, I should be able to say something.
Right. And
as a leader,
it's just as worse. Yeah. It's just as worse if the kids say it. Like, if the kid's like, "Oh, you're not my dad," like
the mom should instantly step
if she don't instantly step in, I'm still gone. But if she don't step in, I'm definitely gone.
Nah, she should step in and let the kid know, yo, he ain't your dad, but he's taking care of you, right? Go to your room, do something. Don't just sit there and let the kid speak to him like that, and then some women laugh about it.
Yeah, I see.
I've seen video. A lot of women just laugh about the situation, and
that's crazy. A guy don't want to hear that. It depends. If he just came in, I don't care what the kid said. If I just came in, I don't even love her like that. Whatever, get out of here, kid. But if I'm in year 2 years, you're gonna respect me. You're gonna be talking to me crazy. And then if the kid's father is around, that's make it challenging, because you might say something crazy to him to make him act right. He gonna tell his father, now the father come to you, step to you, now it's a problem. Yeah. That's one of many problems of dealing with that.
Kid, and they're not gonna tell the father the real thing.
No.
They're gonna say something totally different.
Yeah, and they're gonna start crying, and now it's gonna look way worse than what it was. And he probably don't even ask questions, because I might not ask questions.
I ain't asking questions.
My kids come crying to me, fist to face,
and say your name.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not asking no questions. I'll figure it out after. Oh, my bad, homie. Like,
nah, kids, bro.
Yeah, black eye.
Well, gentlemen, I had a great time putting you guys in the hot seat and asking you guys all the questions that we've been wanting to know. I got to know you guys a little bit better tonight. Yeah. I kind of like you guys.
If you like this episode, like, share, and subscribe.
And if you guys want us to bring up any topics or have any questions, go ahead and comment below.
And if you want to be part of the show, go ahead and DM us. You know what it is.
You already know.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
All right.
SSD.
We out.